So this Pan-African dream is coming to reality every day. This idea that every African countries will come together and allow citizens to travel between countries without paying for visa fee is coming to reality every day. Hence, Rwanda, hence Kenya. Europe does the same thing. They allow citizens to travel between countries in Europe without any hassle or any distraction. If this established in West Africa or Africa as a whole, this would be huge for the economy, huge for those citizens. But right now, Burkina Faso is the latest country to want to indulge itself into this. The country said a few days ago that Burkina Faso said it had removed visa fee for all African travelers in an effort to facilitate the movement of people and goods within the country. From now on, any citizen from an African country wishing to go to Burkina Faso will not pay any amount to cover visa fee. This is huge. This is good news right here. Let me tell you a story. When I went to Ghana in 2019, I forgot to pay a visa. I went to the country thinking that, because I'm a Liberian, it will be easy for me to just go in there because easy traveler. But when I went there, I got my hotel registered now. When I was leaving the consulate, leaving the airport, I was calling to the office. They wanted me to pay for my visa because I didn't have visa. The only thing I had was my passport, the ECOWAS passport, and then the American passport. But I have no visa in them to enter Ghana. So I had to pay $230 US dollars to get that visa so I can allow to leave the airport to go to my hotel. So it got me thinking, if the citizens of African countries are not paying that $200, it might be $300 by now. If they are not paying it, where is that revenue coming from? For Rwanda and for Kenya, it makes sense because people want to come to the country. The country is safe. There are no insurgents want to bulldoze their way into the country and overthrow the government. Things are pretty much stable in Kenya and Rwanda and Ghana. Now, Burkina Faso want to establish the same thing. They want to do the same thing, which is great. But the problem is about safety, insurgents. People want to overthrow the government. People trying to overthrow Burkina Faso. So even though he opened the door for people to enter, that's a huge security risk, especially considering that his government is in limbo right now. The idea behind what he wants to establish is great, but the reality to implement that, I'm not sure is a good idea.
And for our last story, let's move to Sahel. Burkina Faso has scrapped visa fees for African travelers. The junta-led government wants to boost regional integration and tourism by making it easier for African travelers to visit the country. The country's security minister made the announcement last week after a cabinet meeting that was chaired by the junta head Captain Ibrahim Traore. Though the visa fees has been waived, African travelers still need to submit an online visa application, which will be reviewed before approval.
Hello everybody, this is just a quick break. If you like the content, please subscribe to the channel. If you indulge yourself in this form of content about self-reliance and the empowerment of Africa as a whole, subscribe to the channel. Let's keep this going. Your comment, your viewership, and your subscription all very matters. Now, let's get back to the video.
Citizens of West African countries can already enter Burkina Faso without a visa. However, after the exit of Burkina Faso from the West African regional bloc ECOWAS, this policy could change in the future. Burkina Faso's move to scrap visa fees for African travelers is part of a broader trend among West African countries. Nations like Ghana, Rwanda, and Kenya have eased travel requirements for African citizens in recent years. Ghana said earlier this year that all African passport holders can visit visa-free. Rwanda, on the other hand, already allows visa-free entry. And Kenya has also officially eliminated visa requirements for almost all African countries except for Somalia and Libya due to security concerns.
Okay, and that is the issue right there. Except for Somalia and Libya. Somalia and Libya are very dangerous places to go right now, especially security reasons. It's not safe to go to the country right now because you might get kidnapped, you might get hurt, it might target you, especially you're American, or the way you dress. Things are not stable. Let's be honest, the same can apply to Burkina Faso. I'm not on the ground right now. I'm sure that in reality, what it is, people that live in Burkina Faso feels that it's safe. Feel the country is going the right direction and everything is good. Most Western media will portray Africa as a dumpster, or maybe they'll portray Burkina Faso as being unsafe. It might be unsafe. Who knows? People on the ground might think differently. But due to sanction, due to UN not indulging themselves into the country right now, Ibrahim Traore is shutting down everything in terms of Western influence. It might take a while for people to trust the safety of the country to enter because Every day there are insurgents trying to enter the country and bulldoze away into taking over the government. So that safety concern is still linger everywhere. Even though they might open a door for for everyone to enter, it might not be a good idea, because if the door is open, you might get insurgents coming into the door. Because even though more African will love the idea that it would be nice to enter the country and invest in the country and visa free, which is great, but some African don't have the best interests of the government at heart. They might collide with another insurgent group just to get money. And if there's a bounty on the head of the president, on the head of government officials, opening the door to let anybody into the country without a visa, it's extremely risky, especially when it comes to Burkina Faso.
The African Union has also been pushing for easier travel across the continent. The Union has supported plans for a single African passport to make movement between countries simpler. The head of Burkina Faso's junta captain, Ibrahim Traoré, took power in a coup in 2022. He has often described himself as a supporter of Pan-African unity and a staunch critic of the West and colonialism. Traoré is popular among young people on social media, and though he is widely praised, his government is also being criticized for poor management of security challenges. And just like its Sahel neighbors, Mali and Niger, Burkina Faso is also battling armed groups, and around 40% of the country is under the control of these groups.
That is a huge concern. 40% of the country is under some kind of militia groups, and you open the door for everyone to enter the country. I understand the idea behind it. I understand the idea. Countries like Rwanda, like Kenya, like Ghana have strong security implementation in place. Burkina Faso does not. And this right here might not be a good idea. But the idea that every African should travel between countries free without visa is great. And if Burkina Faso established this, where would they get that money from? If people have to pay to enter the country and you're taking that away, the only thing you're proposing is maybe the online fee, which will not be that much compared to if you could pay a visa. Where would you get that money from? It's not like people rushing to the country. The country is not safe right now. 40% of the country is under some kind of threat, which is bad. But the idea that traveling between African countries is great. Not just me saying that, a lot of people are saying that. Yeah, as an African, I'm very proud of the idea. But the implementation of Burkina Faso, of Somalia, of Libya, due to the security reasons, might be a problem.
Did you hear the news coming out of Ghana? Yes. Ghana has agreed to open its doors to Africans across the continent of Africa. What does that mean? If you're an African passport holder, you can travel back and forth to Ghana without a visa. And wait, before you start judging, it's Africa, they're all corrupt. What's over there anyways? I'm trying to go to Europe, blah, blah, blah. Stop. Let me tell you how you can make this opportunity work for you. Ghana is one of the largest producers of gold in the continent of Africa.
That's right. Ghana is the monster when it comes to gold. They have something to offer the country. Burkina Faso also have something to offer, right? It's just security reason that's the issue. But Ghana right now have huge advantage, leverage. Most African countries, almost all African countries have leverage in terms of minerals and natural resources. The only thing that's preventing them is security reasons.
Ghana is literally called the Gold Coast because of all the gold. Ghana is responsible for 20% of the global, worldwide demand for cocoa, okay? So every time you bite into a piece of chocolate, you might want to be saying thank you, Ghana. Also, you can explore Ghana's growing economy. You can explore the job market, entrepreneurship opportunities, and you can also look into cross-trading. What is cross-trading? For example, say you have some goods that are available to you in your country. You can explore the options to take them to Ghana and trade them for some of the goods that they have in Ghana, because Ghana has a lot of natural resources, and take them back to your country and make some money. Hello? Ghana is literally the center of Pan-Africanism.
Okay, she's right about Ghana. The continent is huge in terms of minerals, natural resources, opportunity. People just need safety. People just need access to certain market and things to be well. People just need skills, education, and that would be good. But when it comes to Burkina Faso establishing this, doing this, uniting the continent and everything, but implementing this just for Burkina Faso alone seems risky, seems just immature right now. Maybe the country should focus more on stability, should focus more on security, and gaining those ground that insurgents have taken, that militias have taken. And maybe when that all those grounds have been taken back and under the government control and things have been stable, then maybe implementing this free visa would be something great. Tourism will drive up. People want to move to the country knowing that it's safe. Again, it might be safe. People in the country might feel safe, but the country right now is still not safe because there are insurgent group always trying to overthrow the government. So what do you think about this? Do you think Burkina Faso is safe enough? If you live in Burkina Faso, please comment, prove my point. If I'm wrong, let me know I'm wrong. I'm not in the country, I don't know. I just read a lot. I don't just listen to the news, but I just read what's going on. See those that live in the country, TikTok, people that live in the country. I look at videos and other things to come to certain conclusions. But if I'm wrong, please go in the comment section, speak your truth. I will always engage with you. What do you think about the idea that Burkina Faso is opening up the door? What do you think about safety? What do you think about the overall government? What do you think about Burkina Faso idea of implementing this? Is it good? Is it bad? Let me know in the comments. Thank you.